Back with another video. Yo, people, I was at the game today. Here's my programme. Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2. Real disappointing. But look, at the game today, was absolutely buzzing before kick-off. Got there nice and early. Atmosphere was building nicely. The vibe, there was loads of energy, the way Arteta expects it, or at least he instructs us to bring energy. There was a lot of energy pre-game. The stadium was filling up by 10:30, 11. People outside, and yeah, I just want to thank Asahi, the official beer of the Emirates of the Arsenal, sending me through some tickets to go down to the game today, and I got to do a pre-match pitch side tour. I'll throw up some images and stuff on the screen so you guys can see that there. Absolutely amazing experience, something I was not expecting, and obviously my childhood club, it's a dream come true to be on the pitch side, get close to the players, watch them train, walk down the actual tunnel itself as well. Bumped into a few other creators I know, bumped into Shay on the walk as well, bumped into Mina, who's a great host, and obviously Shay does great content. Bumped into Dylan, does great Arsenal and football content as well. Yeah, it was just an amazing experience. So that was the big build up. So yeah, thank you to Julia and thank you to Jess Ashai. And yeah, I was buzzing for today's game. Starting lineup came out, sat down, had a few thoughts about it, and I was, kind of saw Eze on the bench and thought, if he's fit, can we not just start him? If Diamond's fit, can we not start him? Norgard, those were my three expectations from the game, and I was expecting those three to make a start. I feel like they're worthy of a start now after losing. This would be the third now on the bounce, but after losing two previously to this game. So yeah, the game's kicked off, and I just feel like we wasn't clicking. There was something today that just didn't click with Arsenal. We seem to want to pass the ball amongst defenders and our two CDMs a lot, and the keeper a lot, and it's getting unbearable. It's getting to the point where we can't continue playing like this. We've got to find outlets. Either Rice plays in the 6, is where he's originally plays, and our number 8 is someone who can turn on the ball and look and go forward. We need that extra man in there that can go forward, not just the 10. And yeah, I just feel like, well, before I talk deeply about the game, I came home and I watched the press conference Arteta did. And I don't enjoy watching press conferences usually with Arteta. I prefer watching Pep's ones, because I feel with Pep, I was saying this to my missus, I get more of like he's a real person and he gives you a real answer. Even sometimes if he's trying to be political and not say too much, he'll still give you something from in here. You can feel it. Arteta, on the other hand, no matter what question he's being asked, it just feels like it's a very media-trained, polished answer, vague, very generalised. It's never very specific to what the question was, or you don't have to single out players. I'm not asking you to do that, but I'm asking you as a manager, as a team, to take some accountability for when we lose and take accountability for when we win. If we win, praise the players. You can't praise players when we win. Praise the team when we win, and when we lose, just say, I'm not answering that. I'll speak to the players. We need some accountability. We need some of your thoughts. I think the question that was posed to him about was, he said there was moments in the game, and I thought, what moments? I wish the guy said, can you, wish he'd gone back to that question and said, what moments are you talking about? Because for me, there was one shot from Eze that was close-ish, and there was the penalty. There was nothing else even close. Havertz is missed, or I didn't see it till I got back home. The replay, it looked like a header, but I think it came off his arm. Gyökeres hit the ball wide, Trossard run the ball off the pitch. There wasn't any moments. There was no moments. Could he talk about his tactics? Could he talk about his team selection? Could he talk about, what's, because he must be instructing the players. Could he say that he got it wrong in this particular game? There seems to be no accountability, and there's something about Arteta that's really grinding my gears because, yes, he's made a lot. He made change the 58th minute. He put on Dalman, Jesus, and was it Mascara the first time he put on? Dalman, Eze, Jesus, sorry. It was the second round of subs, I believe. And then, no, it was Martin, no, he put on Trossard. Yeah, he brought on Trossard, Dalman, and Eze. So changed three attacking players after 8 minutes, which is very strange. At least give him to the 60th, 70th. But anyway, happy with that. But then surely Dalman and Eze really should have started. Havertz at a 10 just doesn't seem to work for me. I think Havertz needs to play up front with Gyökeres. I think they're just not clicking in midfield. I feel like we need to go to a 4-4-2. I've been saying this. If you go back through all my videos, even on Instagram, Long Legz AFC, follow me. I've been saying for the longest that Zubimendi shouldn't start, and people every week are getting on to me. How can you say Zubimendi shouldn't start? You don't know ball. You're not watching the games. I'm watching the games loud and clear, bro. And I know ball. And Zubimendi can't turn on the ball, so he can't play an 8 or a 6. Not in the Premier League. Not at this pace. You need to be able to turn on the ball. You need to be able to push the ball forward quickly. I don't think he offers that when he's playing deep. He can do it better when he's more advanced up the pitch. Oh, great finish on him as well. Great header, great cross with the ball, great volley. Very technical. But playing in the 6/8, double pivot, physical Premier League, I don't think he's not built for it. Or maybe it's because it's his first season. But I don't know. But I've been asking for the rotation of Norgard. I've been asking for Rice to play in the 6, Erdegaard to play in the 8, and Eze in the 10. I've been saying this over and over again. I think that's our best midfield trio. We saw it against West Ham. It worked really well until Erdegaard fell over and injured his shoulder. But yeah, anyway, my three. I always try and pick out 3 players I think that played well, and I'm really struggling. This is the first time I really struggled. And I'm not going to say they played well, but they played better than everyone else, or didn't have as many faults, or didn't lack on the day performance-wise. And I'm going to say it was Declan Rice. He ran. He was trying to encourage the players. There's some encouraging Zubimendi and everyone else, and trying to rally everyone together. But his corners were poor today, unfortunately. Free kicks weren't great. Like I said, something weren't clicking. Saliba, thought he played well today. I think Gabriel made a few mistakes and, tried a bit too much today trying to play long balls and crosses, but he's probably feeling the pressure because the rest of the team aren't doing what they're doing. And I'd say Eze came on and done fairly okay. Nothing great, but done okay. On the other hand, go back to the press conference, we should have spoke about David Raya and this whole dancing with the ball, jockeying with the ball. Dylan pointed something out that when Raya kicks the ball, he kicks it so high, it's so hard to actually do anything with it. It needs to be a bit lower and a bit fizzed. And it made sense. The ball needs to be quicker so that someone can actually run onto the ball rather than be lofted and then it's just a header and it's 50-50. Play a ball that they can run onto. And we spoke about Zubimendi, but I felt like Zubimendi had a poor game again. And I don't know what gives him the right to even start the game when he's played so poorly. He should definitely not be starting in our next game. Madueke, again, before the game I said to Dylan, my only issue with Madueke is that he keeps running the ball off the pitch, or he's so quick he beats his man and then he turns back and faces him up again. So it's like you beat him, rather than put the ball in or just keep going, you stop and then you give the opportunity to the defender to get the ball off you again, which just creates lack of opportunities because now you're doubling back on yourself. What was the point of beating him in the first place? Get the ball in the box, or you're running the ball off the pitch. No end product. Awful, absolutely awful just thinking about it. Then you've got Kai Havertz, who literally did nothing but from fall over on the pitch and hit the ball with his shoulder instead of his head. Awful performance again. On the left, who played on the left today? It was Martinelli, stunk the place up, did nothing. Gyökeres buried the penalty, smashes them home. I mean, if the keeper even gets a hand to it, I think they struggle to keep the ball out. So fair play to him, he smashed it home, job done. And there's a pressure penalty. He was 1-0 down as well. So yeah, big pressure on his shoulders for that to convert that penalty. He missed it. I feel like I didn't see the highlights here, but from watching at the game, it looked like he missed a really good chance in the second half. But again, I don't think he played that badly. He didn't get much service. Didn't get any service really. Again, why are we unable to give our striker so little opportunities to strike a ball? I'm going to watch the Chelsea game tomorrow and we'll see how many chances Haaland gets. Then we just look at the way they're set up. It's like they're set up to attack. We're set up to just hold the ball and keep possession. But yeah, and I remember at the start of the season, everyone was like, yeah, Ben White should play because he's good at overlapping and going past his man, and Calafiori should play because none of our wingbacks overlap anymore for some reason. I'm not sure why. They're just not overlapping. Doesn't create enough space. The wingers are holding the ball. The ball, it's just walking pace. Bournemouth looked dangerous. When Zubomendi lost that ball, I think Gabriel, I wouldn't say gave the ball away. He went to clear it, and the striker, it got deflected off the striker. Bournemouth won the ball back. Zubomendi's lost his man. We'll let him go. Didn't track back properly. And it looks so easy for them. But when we're going forward, Bournemouth, they've got all the players in the positions they need because we're so slow at attacking. There's so many opportunities. We're in the final third and the ball ends up back at David Raya's feet again. How do we turn this around? You know, Man City have got Chelsea next. We've got to obviously deal with Champions League. Then we've got to go away to the Etihad. It's going to be a tough game. Very tough game. We've got to get a point at least at that game. Or a win, I'd say. A win would, I would say, cement the title for us then and there. And give us the confidence to go on and win this league. Not comfortably, but with confidence and good performances and finish it like true champions, if that makes sense. I know if we win it, we're still champions anyway. No one's going to care when we're at the parade, but it'd be just nice to finish with good performances. But yeah, look, we lost 2-1. It's not the end of the world. I'm disappointed. I feel like something's just not clicking with our side. The players are there. I feel like Arteta is a good manager. I was saying to someone in the chicken shop, like it's his first managerial role though, so we have to take that into consideration. It's the first time doing it. And I'm not saying that's an excuse, but anyone that jumps from an assistant to a manager will know how tough that is, and to be the Arsenal manager in the spotlight with that pressure every single game, every single year, that's not going to be easy. So we've got to give him time, give him grace, say, look, cool. All I'm asking is a bit more honesty in the press conference. That would be great. For me, anyway. But yeah, Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2. If you're not, check me on Instagram. Posting all the time. I'm going to post some of the SIE stuff that I did today. Again, thank you to Julia. Thank you to Jess for hooking it up and the tour. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. See you again in a week. Peace.